to go. Are Newcastle in relegation trouble?
Right now, you'll have to say yes, Rebecca. 19th in the Premier League, winless in this over the course of the season. Can't put a 90-minute performance together. And the biggest thing I would say is there's actually no style, philosophy, personality to this football club. If you look through the league, and it's not just Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea, you kind of know how they're going to play, and you know the players in the team. But you think of Newcastle, and you have no real idea of what they're trying to do, how they're trying to do it. We see Brentford, we see Leeds, we see Brighton. There's a footballing philosophy that you can see the moment the game starts. With Newcastle, it's a bit of everything. It's a bit long ball, it's a bit plain in here. And until they get that identity, until somebody grabs hold of this football club, they're going to find themselves in trouble.
Tim, do you think they should change Steve Bruce, change the manager, even if they haven't got their #1 target in mind that can come soon?
Yeah, you look at this game, and I worry about relegation. You asked Robbie the question. This ownership group would have had a plan A, a massive plan A, and possibly a plan B, but it's often a distance, meaning they don't want to get relegated. But they're in it right now. They're in a fight right now. I worry with all the speculation surrounding Steve Bruce, like he will be sacked. It's just a matter of when. Players, and we know this from being in the dressing rooms, it's likely they could down tools. They could just say, look, what are we playing for? I'm not going to be here. They're going to bring in big names, Mbappe, Messi, blah, blah, blah. Manager's not going to be here. What are we playing for? That's a danger.
You've got an excuse, haven't you? When you've got an excuse in a dressing room, it's dangerous.
Are you proud of your players today? Was that a thoroughly professional performance?
Yes, it didn't start very well. Something that we have to look. We expect Newcastle to come really strong, and we didn't be able to sustain that. But we react very well. We settled down the game. We play really good, and we achieve good goals. Then I know that's top of the fan. I have the info that is okay, and that's the more important thing that happened today. That it was only a scare.
Steve, commiserations. Not the way you wanted to mark your milestone in the end. How did you see it?
Well, certainly we're better, beaten by the better team after a wonderful start. But unfortunately, were problems which we've had for a while now. Defensively was there for everybody to see, unfortunately. So the goals we give away, you could say yes, a lot of good play from Tottenham, but some of our defending needed a lot to be desired, to say the least.
Does it feel like an opportunity that got away from you today, given the circumstances plus the way you started the game?
I think we've started a few games like that. You know, we've got off to a good start. We've scored. We've got our noses in front, and unfortunately, at the moment, we're not able to defend well enough as a team. Now, I'm not criticising back fours or midfield players. You know, football's a team game, and you know, unfortunately, from front to back at the moment, you know, we're not defending well enough. So we have tried to change. We have tried to be a little bit more on the front foot, if that's the right word these days. But it's difficult because you can't keep yourself having to score 3 goals to win a match.
Just going away from the football itself for a second, you saw obviously what happened, or that there was an unfortunate medical emergency in the crowd at the end of the first half. Do you agree that the players deserve a lot of credit for the way they reacted at the time?
I think everybody in the ground, full stop. I believe there's a defibrillator on that side of the ground too. Thankfully, we're hearing that the man is okay. So it puts things into perspective a little bit, that by the actions of what we've taken these days, we've managed, it looks like anyway, good news, which I'm delighted for, and of course his family.
Well said. Returning to the football, the goal that Spurs scored in the sort of restart period appeared to take the game away from you. How did you see a way back at that point?
Well, we needed to score the next one, and we needed to give ourselves a chance, and of course, you know, we didn't get it until late enough. We huffed and puffed second half, but we never had any real sustained pressure on Spurs at all. They were always seemed to be comfortable, but we stayed with it, stuck with it, and you know, if we'd have scored maybe another 10 minutes earlier, who'd have known? Even though, as I said, we were down to 10 men.
Going forward, Steve, what is your understanding of your own situation, the likelihood of you being in charge against Palace?
Well, that's for other people. That's for other people to decide. You know, if I was reading everything and seeing what we're seeing last week, I might not have been here today. But look, my job is to get a few results. And unfortunately, this year, whether you're a Newcastle manager or whoever manager in the Premier League, you haven't won in 7 or 8, then you become under pressure. That's the right word. So it's part and parcel of dealing with being in the Premier League. It's the big league for big boys. And I'll crack on and carry on as best I can until I hear otherwise.
How crucial for all concerned, though, that there is some clarity to the situation?
That's what it needs. Every football club needs clarity, and it needs from the top right the way through to everything that makes a football club the way it is. And with this, the new owners have been very respectful. I can't say enough of them, of the way they've gone about their business over the last week, 10 days. So, but Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. So we've still got what frailties as a team, and it's up to me to, in the near future anyway, to hopefully get better.
The fact remains that you've reached a major milestone today, 1,000 games and almost 100 of them with Newcastle United. How do you reflect on that?
Well, I'd love to say it's been a lovely ride. It's been difficult, but I think I've been the circumstance for a lot of frustration for a lot of years. The people of Newcastle want to see the club move forward. We're in a wonderful opportunity now, and all I've ever wanted was to make sure this great club of ours moves forward, but that's going to take a little bit of time.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, Steve.